I am proud. I am proud. I am happy. I am very, very excited and actually anticipating WWE 2K25. Bro, we are back with WWE, bro. So we got some hands-on previews by IGN, and I going to read through the features that going to be in the game for WWE 2K25. Now look, I'm a huge WWE fan, and this actually might be the year where we can get some bring back my WWE content, because I had I can't remember, I think it was 2K 2014 I had made some videos on. So but we're gonna watch IGN hands-on preview about the game. But yeah, this is gonna be a Slavanaka.
Ever since its successful 2022 reinvention, 2K's popular WWE series has continually made a host of smart improvements in an attempt to not only build upon its winning formula, but to also justify its annual releases. WWE 2K25 certainly promises a new batch of iterations, including a brand new online interactive world called The Island, a revamp of its story, general manager and universe mode, a new hardcore match type called Bloodline Rules, and several more. However, I can't say if all these new additions will elevate 2K25 above its predecessor because, unfortunately, I didn't get to sample any of them at the recent preview event.
I don't think they want that.
Instead of sampling what I imagine to be this year's most significant alterations, my time with 2K25 was largely focused on the mostly unchanged core gameplay and this year's adjusted showcase mode, which focuses on the Bloodline stable of wrestlers. But while I was locked out of most of this year's new ideas, I did appreciate some small but significant alterations. And they're enough that I'm confident that WWE 2K25 will be another successful evolution of the series and most likely worth any wrestling fan's time.
A superstar with every ingredient to be a megastar. Yeah.
WWE 2K25 Showcase Mode focuses on the history of the Anoa'i family, headlined by its most recent stars Roman Reigns and the Bloodline. But it also celebrates previous generations like the Wild Samoans, Yokozuna, and, most famously, The Rock. The mode now includes 3 types of matches. Ones where you recreate history, others where you create history, and most interestingly for me, matches where you alter history. I got to experience all 3 types in the shape of recreating Nia Jax's Queen of the Ring victory from 2024, creating a dream Wild Samoans versus the Dudley Boys match, and altering the history of the iconic Roman Reigns against Seth Rollins bout from the Royal Rumble in 2022. All 3 offered their own style of fun and unique perspective for any hardcore WWE fan, and it's an improvement on last year's Showcase mode. But that's not to say there aren't still some small issues. The Showcase mode in last year's WWE 2K24, much like the one in WWE 2K23 before it, was hampered by an over-reliance on switching to real-life footage that ran for multiple minutes at a time, a system that developer Visual Concepts dubbed Slingshot. As I pointed out in my preview for WWE 2K23, I found myself wanting to be back in the action and create these moments myself, not just watching clips of footage that are already burned into my brain.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. When I was playing the showcase mode and then switching to the actual footage of the match back to the actual end game, I ain't had no problem with that. Like, it gave me that nostalgia of those matches that I had remember watching, and then I haven't watched it in a while. So that I ain't had no problem with it. I mean, I understand how it felt. Like, you like, let me just finish this thing so I keep going. Grinding wise, yes. Grinding wise and tedious, but just playing it and enjoying what it was, I had issue with it, to be honest.
2 years later, I'm happy to confirm that although the issue is not completely solved, progress has been made. The cut to real-life footage is now gone, as is the over-reliance on taking you away from the action, at least as far as I experienced in the hands-on session. Key moments are now recreated in-engine through animation, providing a less jarring experience and a level of satisfaction from seeing iconic moments realized in the game's mostly gorgeous graphics. These sequences also seem significantly shorter, meaning less time away from controlling the action.
Whoa, that was interesting.
So it basically gonna
That's
be
not
like
to say that all my prior gripes with staying in control have been addressed though. During the conclusion of my Nia Jax match, rather than staying in the ring, I was forced to embody a bystander during the 1-2-3. Ideally, I'd like more control during these important moments. I want to relive them with my own gameplay decisions, not merely observe as a passive bystander.
Good night, Annihilator!
Elsewhere, 2K25 makes minor improvements to other rough edges. Previous showcase modes relied heavily on a checklist system, requiring you to complete often rudimentary maneuvers to trigger the match's live action sequences.
Yep.
A common complaint is that this approach makes a match feel less like dynamic gameplay and more like a to-do list. This system is back, which no doubt will prove contentious once again, but it has been slightly refined for WWE 2K25, with the added optional objectives on a timer. You're rewarded for completing these actions with cosmetics, but most importantly, you're not punished for failing them as you were in previous entries. It's a vital baby step in the right direction. The standout addition to Showcase Mode, though, is without doubt the aforementioned ability to change the conclusion of certain historic matches. Where
Damn,
Roman
he did a
Reigns once
Superman
lost
punch
by
in the corner?
disqualification to Seth Rollins, you can now experience how things could have played out should Roman have altered his temperament in the final moments. It's a fresh experience for hardcore fans of WWE, and I'm very excited to see what happens in the other unannounced change matches.
And Reigns breaks the hold here. Roman breaks the hold, and this match continues.
It just shows you how locked in Roman Reigns is to winning this match.
While there are notable changes in modes and match types, the core gameplay essence of WWE 2K25 is basically the same as before, with some minor tweaks. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. I was already happy with the grappling action in 2K24, so I largely believe that it's a smart decision to stick with the proven, successful formula. There are, however, a few interesting additions and returns. WWE 2K25 sees the long-requested revival of Chain Wrestling, a gameplay sequence that was sacrificed with WWE 2K22's huge engine revamp. During the opening
22.
moments of a bout,
I didn't play 22 with the chain grappling. So this gonna be new to me. Honestly, I have because they didn't have it in 2023 and 2024. So okay.
To get grapple will now force players into a minigame that allows you to gain the upper hand.
It basically
After
like
locking up,
UFC,
you can
honestly.
choose to drive, wrench, attack, and ultimately reposition your opponent into a spot that's advantageous for you. Like the trading blows mechanic introduced last year, Chain Wrestling adds another staple of WWE action, taking another vital step towards accurately recreating what fans see on TV every week.
That's true.
Also making a return is a submission system, a minigame in which you must either avoid or match your opponent's colour block on a wheel. While it has an overwhelming UI presentation, it quickly becomes second nature, and I'm glad to see it return. But if you're less excited by its reappearance, it can fortunately be disabled in the options. The same goes for Chain Wrestling and other quick time event moments. They're all optional.
Trying to fight it. Anything to not give up.
Without a doubt, my favourite gameplay feature from WWE 2K24 also makes its triumphant return: throwing of weapons.
Oh, didn't see that one coming.
Not only has the roster of weapons been improved, but the backstage brawls have now expanded into new environments that are perfect for weapon tossing.
Parking
the best
lot,
location I experienced in
the
the demo
archives.
was the WWE archives, which not only allow you to
That
toss
is nice,
apples,
bro.
footballs, and
Bro, this was a nice addition to the game. The WWE Archives warehouse. That's perfect. That's a perfect place. That's a perfect place, bro. And you can throw a football.
microphones, but also drops you into a WWE fan's dream environment. littered with
Yes.
history and Easter eggs
ECW,
galore.
Saturday Night
Oh,
Live.
And you can also fight on top of a giant WrestleMania sign and everyone's favorite giant fist from the SmackDown days of yore.
SummerSlam back there.
From the top. I don't see them getting up after that.
As to be expected, much like in real life, the ring area is now covered in Prime sponsorship. Say what you will about that, but it does allow you to use the Prime Hydration Station's giant bottle as a weapon. For my money, wrapping a bottle of Logan Paul's luminous juice around your opponent's head certainly feels like the best use of the egregious electrolytes. Oh, and I also managed to find another worthwhile use of the giant Prime bottle.
That was a hell of a maneuver there, guys.
Oh.
Looking a little less than main event after that one.
So,
Jade delivering the pain.
Perhaps the most notable gameplay alteration this year, though, is the long overdue intergender gameplay.
Yep.
For the first time in a 2K WWE game, you're able to pit the men against the women in a match of your choosing. This, along with the largest roster ever, with 300 plus wrestlers to choose from, finally opens the door
Wait a
to
minute,
a whole
though.
host of matchups.
What? But is it the first time, or this the first time in a long time? Because I felt like one of those SmackDown versus Raw games had you could have been in matches with women and men
That previously weren't available. Lastly, although the demo build featured a limited amount of new updates to explore, I did get some hands-on time with the brand new match type called Underground. It's a ropeless variation of an exhibition match that puts you in a Fight Club-like setting with lumberjacks around the ring. This is something that's completely brand new for the series and something I can share more about later this week as part of our exclusive IGN First content.
The following is an underground match.
WWE 2K25 continues the recent tradition of the series, layering new features on top of existing and robust fundamentals. Nothing right now feels particularly revolutionary, as the formula feels largely consistent with last year's offering, just with some small but smart tweaks. Time will tell if the advertised big sweeping changes and new modes that I didn't get to see will truly make this edition stand out from its peers.
Bro,
from my brief
it's
experience,
so
it's hard to say that this is anything but a very incremental step for an already well-realized series. And if you're interested in finding out more about WWE 2K25, be sure to stick with IGN all this month for our...
the island is so crazy to see that they doing that, bro. Cause me being a 2K player, I had the ideas that I wanted a WWE game just like 2K to let me not play 2K anymore. If we do my team like 2K for WWE, I'm good. Just give me my tag teams. Like, yo, I am good, bro. Factions, they did an online play like the same exact way how my team is. Put my faction, the packs and all that, the park, the same exact way, and the island looks like it's gonna be that, bro. The island looks like it's gonna be that. I had this idea for years, bro. For years for them to do that. Now we're gonna actually see this happen in WWE 2K25. If y'all guys don't know, bro, I don't know, man. So look, it said the island. The first time in franchise history, step outside the ropes and onto the island for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. In this immersive WWE themed world, complete quests, take on challenges, compete in live events, and upgrade and customize your My Superstar through multiple storyline characters. Fight to join the original tribal chief, Roman Reigns, at the head of the table. Like, bro, oh my God, yo. My idea was you have one-on-one rings, tag team rings, one-on-one rings, tag team rings, and event rings, or maybe like triple threat and fatal four, because you got that in 2K. Like you got 2v2s, one-on-ones, 21, and you got the 3-on-3, and then you got the event. Like the event ring would be like Royal Rumble, money in the bank. Like those will be like the events that's going on in the middle of the island, and then all around it just different rings, like one-on-one rings, and then you had title matches in the events. Like, bro, I can't wait to see this, man. I really do want the Bloodline edition, but 130, bro. If 2024 was really good, I might have would have gave them that 130, but 2024 was okay. But them now they introducing something new. This is good, but I'ma still get the original, the regular copy, bro. All right, so the Bloodline Dynasty, all new showcase host the wise man Paul Heyman celebrate one of the most iconic wrestling family dynasties, the Bloodline, featuring Roman Reigns, The Rock, Yokozuna, Jacob Fatu, and more. Relive historic showdowns and flip the script and change the outcome of select matchups, plus experience dream matches between members of the Bloodline and the WWE superstars and legends. Expanded gameplay, intergender wrestling make a long await debut in the WWE 2K franchise. See, that what I say. I think it's for the first time in WWE 2K. If I'm not mistaken, the intergender was definitely in them SmackDown vs. Raw. The THQ, it was definitely with the THQ, bro. It had to be. It had to be, bro. Or I'm tripping. But I feel like it was. The intergender wrestling make a long await debut in the WWE franchise. Pit WWE players create superstars from the men's and women's divisions against each other to set up countless matchups across multiple modes. Additional features include the return of chain wrestling, underground and bloodline rule matches, match types, and barricade diving. My GM goes worldwide. Yo, my GM take the show on the road and challenge friends worldwide in the enhanced My GM for WWE 2K25. Now with online multiplayer for up to 4 players. Draft superstars, legends to your weekly shows roster and lead your brand multiple week seasons with a bigger selection of general managers, cross-brand PLEs, and more. Yo, now when it comes down to this, bro, when I had got 2K24, I was just playing My GM because I mean my faction showcase, that was all cool like that. But I had started to get a love of My GM because I was watching Xavier, but Austin Xavier playing up down down. Him and Tyler, they were sitting there playing My GM all the time, and I was like, bro, they having fun. And I was like, man, they been playing. So I had actually started. I started liking My GM, like My GM, creating you being the manager of your own show, getting these superstars, negotiating the contract and stuff. Is actually good, bro. I'm not gonna sit there and lie to you. I actually have long seasons in 2K24 with Paul Heyman. But this going online is real good. So it gave me an opportunity to actually play with other people. And see how good I actually am, because I was just playing with the CPU. Like, I played on hard, but other than that, you know. Your universe, your way. WWE 2K Sandbox mode receives new updates to give players even greater control over their universe experience, including the long wait return of promos. The new system includes multiple promos types and outcomes with new cutscenes and branching choices. Yo! Now those channels that make their own shows, their own universe shows, bro. Now you can actually have promos. The creativity is crazy, bro. And Undefined My Rise. Take control of your custom superstar from the women's or men divisions in a singular multi-gender My Rise storyline where Bayley, Kevin Owens, and other superstars infiltrate NXT in their attempt to take control of the entire WWE universe. Featuring new brawl environments, unlockable areas, characters, and more, plus new ally storylines involving Jey Uso, Bianca Belair, Seth freaking Rollins, and other superstars. My Rise finally having women and men, a multi-gender My Rise storyline. That is good, bro. A roster for the ages. WWE 2K25 brings you an unparalleled lineup of current superstars from Raw, SmackDown, NXT, plus legends and WWE Hall of Famers. The stat roster of over 300 playable characters spans multiple generations, featuring Seth Rollins, Undertaker, The American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, Jade Cargill, Rhea Ripley, and more. Arenas. Travel up the card while you travel the world. WWE 2K25 give you access to many popular rings from your favorite WWE events. Oh man, to say that to say they create a WWE game every year, I think they actually might have changed finally from after 2 years. After 2 years, after 22, 23, well, no, three. From 22, 23, and 24, they finally changed something about the game. Cause from 2022 to 2024, all they did was add and bring back. They took away and then bring it back. Like that's all they really did when it came down to those 3 games. So like this game right here, they kind of finally added something to it. Now that is the biggest problem when it comes down to an annual release game that comes out every year. The creativity is so small that because they have a year to make the game. So they basically really using what they already have and trying to make little changes, but that is the reason why the annual release games gotta stop. Like you're not giving these developers the opportunity to create something different or add something new. Cause it's no telling how long these game modes take to create. Like I could imagine how long these things could create. And I'm telling you, like 2K25 is the start of a new generation of WWE games, but I'm telling you the year after this is going to it should get better. But this the start. This is the start. So if y'all guys was interested in WWE, I say get this one because this actually might be the start of a new generation for WWE games. But guys, if y'all excited to play WWE 2K25, let me know down below so we can play some My GM together, man. I gotta see how good I am against y'all. But hey, I haven't created WWE content in a very long time, so I'm actually happy about creating this video. But for some more WWE 2K25 news, make sure y'all check the channel out. And for some more videos, I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.